Okay, Ashley, part 2 in the garden.
Hi, welcome back. It is August 2nd and we are just starting to enjoy our summer produce. We had a fantastic spring and so this summer we really expanded our garden. Instead of just growing things directly in the ground, Kirk has been very innovative and created some raised boxes here. So we have a couple of raised boxes here, and one has peppers and one has eggplant. And in with the peppers we have mixed basil, and the basil is just growing like a bush. It's just loving this raised box, and you can grow basil and peppers together. The basil will mask the scent of the peppers and keep the pests away. So it's really great to plant your basil in with your peppers. And they both really enjoy hot weather. Now Kirk had a structure originally over this raised bed which allowed him to cover it with plastic in the spring. So we were able to get an early start. For those of you unfamiliar with Colorado nights, they're very cold, and so eggplants, peppers, basil, they're warm-loving plants. And so if you want to grow them in Colorado, the best way to do it is to cover them with plastic at night. So during the spring we had this bed covered with plastic and the plants grew, and now they're just really doing very well. We have flowers already on our eggplants, and we've never had flowers on our eggplants this early, so we're really hopeful that we'll get some good eggplants this fall. This is a Black Beauty eggplant, and we planted some chocolate peppers from the Baker Heirloom Seed Company, and this right here is Genovese basil from Botanical Interest, which is a local Colorado company. And he has a drip system set up here, so he has a couple of waste buckets, and he's punched some holes in them and connected up an irrigation drip system. So we just fill this bucket with water and it takes care of that, so it's really great. So let's move along. I'm going to move along. Right here we had some edamame that are gone. And we still have some radishes left over. We interplanted radishes with the edamame. And we probably need to pick these and eat these real soon, because radishes don't really like hot weather. And you want to pick them as soon as they start going to seed. Pick it, okay? And squeeze it. If it's not soft, it's edible. If it's soft, maybe you like soft radishes, but we don't particularly like soft radishes. So this one is fine. We're probably going to eat that one. Moving along, tomato and basil enjoy each other's company. This tomato plant looks like it needs a little water, but yeah, you can plant tomato and basil together. You don't want to interplant them because the tomatoes will really shade the basil, but basil and tomatoes are good companion plants. We have a very large cherry tomato patch over there. One thing we haven't done, which we really should do, is you really should stake your tomato plants. They need to be staked. And we have a wonderful cucumber patch here. A tip about watering cucumbers, and zucchini for that matter. Here in Colorado they tend to get powdery mildew. So you don't want to water directly on the leaves. You know, take the hose and put it down near the roots and just water the roots. Don't water the leaves, because otherwise they will get diseased and you'll lose your plant most likely. Here we have a cabbage plant. These cabbages look pretty strong and healthy. They've been bitten by the cabbage moth. However, I guess is it the cabbage moth? Anyway. They've been bitten by insects, and they have a bluish tint, which means they need some water, so we're going to have to water them. But other than that, they're pretty happy. They have heads. Right here is our Japanese cucumber patch, and the Japanese cucumbers have been absolutely fabulous. They started producing cucumbers in early July. It's a wonderful cultivar to try, and you get cucumbers really early, and they're nice and big and long. Okay, moving along. Okay, so right here we have a second-year parsley patch. This parsley patch really needs to be pulled up. Unless you're going to save the seeds, don't let your plants go to seed. It'll suck minerals out of the soil. It's a bad idea to let your plants go to seed unless you have a very good reason for letting them go to seed. Now here we have some radishes going to seed, and they're next to some small pickling cucumbers. We're letting these radishes go to seed because they keep away the cucumber beetle. So there are instances when you want your plants to go to seed, but in general don't let them.